got to get that key.
Oh no!
You had one job.
This was his plan. Liquid locked himself in the room and turned the alarm on. So now one guard at a time is gonna come shoot me. Until I'm dead. The alert will never go away here. This is just my life now.
Oh. If only one guard comes at a time, though, can't you just
Knock him out and
not
run away.
kill the guard? Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you don't kill him. Oh no! He's also the extremely hard to kill guard. Took 3 bullets. Hmm? Oh no! Just gonna whoop. I didn't expect I would to deal with like an expert tactician. Like him, he turned around.
This is bulletproof guard.
Thank God this Metal Gear is here, or else I'd still be able to get shot at.
So was Liquid and Ocelot just watching all that?
Yeah. Liquid's in there taking notes. What not to do, and like a performance review of the guard. Things we need to improve on these genome soldiers for V2. So we dropped the key somewhere in this drainage ditch. Which, as you recall, is full of radioactive water runoff. Oh, but the good news is the card key is made of metal, so we can equip the mine detector, which is a metal detector, to find the key. It was sitting here. Wait a minute.
Oh.
This is a 15-second time bomb. Somebody threw a time bomb with 15 seconds left on it at the same time I dropped that key. What a jerk. And there's only one other blinking dot here, so I'm gonna hope this is the card key. There we go.
Hey, it's your pal.
You got it. It's the buddy system. I'm sure it still works. They probably designed it to be waterproof.
Radiation proof?
Radiation proof. It's made of lead, actually. It's also a shape memory alloy. Which I'm not sure lead can be. So you'll recall from Metal Gear 2, the big climax of that game, we had to take the Zanzibar land brooch and backtrack it all the way to the freezer room to change the shape of the brooch into a key to get to the MSX cartridge, which had some codes on it.
But this time we're gonna have to be backtracking to the same room 3 times.
Yeah, they've improved the technology. Now we can make it hot and cold. First we need the room temperature key, which is the yellow one.
I'm glad it's color-coded.
Yeah.
I'm also glad this door's open.
Oh yeah! We got bored! Oh no! Liquid, this is bulletproof glass! There's absolutely nothing we can do. Actually, if we got on the codec right now, nobody would answer our calls. They didn't bother scripting any codec calls for this situation. If you're in here, you're dead.
The camera's not even gonna shoot at you or
Nope,
anything?
they could just install gun cameras. Now it's a locked room mystery, because they'll be like, how did they know he was here? Okay. Now, I need the yellow key, but I don't need the yellow room. Red laptop? Blue laptop?
Just have it left open, too.
Just full screen. F11. Don't want to get distracted by any taskbar or anything. If you try putting it into the other laptops, you'll be like, why doesn't it fit?
PAL code number 1 confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2. Freeze the key. Wrong key.
What the? Looks like you need some cooling off. Now, Blankhead, I'm gonna ask you. Where can I get this key cold? I need you to rack your brain.
That pit where Nastasia fell off.
Natasha?
Yeah, that's the one. Zanzibar land?
Oh. Oh yeah, the ice turned cold.
Yeah.
That was Natasha. Nastasha's from this game.
Yeah, I'm talking about Natasha. That's a good place.
Alright, man, we're gonna have to backtrack.
Ice skater.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to backtrack a long way. Man, maybe if Gray Fox didn't just disappear halfway through this game, he could help us.
Get back.
He knew Zanzibar land pretty well. And Natasha pretty well.
And for the hot place, there's that desert with the scorpions and the mines.
I thought you were gonna say squeaking sands, but yes.
Yes.
It's the same desert. But the real answer is, we're in Alaska.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's a musher.
But we're also like 1,000 feet underground right now. But we don't have to go all the way outside. There's a cold place on the way.
Are we going back to the cold room?
Yeah, this is where my rations froze. And keen-eyed viewers would see, my PAL key froze here before.
And I see the ravens have not left.
The famously warm-blooded creature, the raven, is doing just fine in an Arctic environment. So, the way the PAL key works, it takes 1 minute for it to get cold or hot, if it's supposed to get cold or hot at the time. If I took this to the hot room and tried to get it hot right now, it would take 5 minutes. And now, once it is frozen, you have 15 minutes to run all the way back to that the command room.
Is this a stock sound footage, or is this someone voice acting the ravens, you think?
Oh, it's frozen. I'm gonna bet those are voice artists. Alright, so stopwatch is ready. Don't count the loading times. How long out of this 15 minutes is it going to take me to run back to the command room?
Let me just check time left on the video here.
That's right. This is a 3-parter. So it makes me question why they decided to do this in the game. Oh, my rations and Palkia are still frozen. Like, they didn't need to pad for length. The game's not long, but...
It's just some weird backtracking.
Adding in maybe 20 minutes of backtracking here? Total?
It doesn't feel like it. Like, it's not new stuff or anything. I mean, I guess it's a puzzle, so you can rack your brain around, like...
Yeah,
where was cold and where was hot, but that's
so many
very
quote,
little.
scare quotes around the word puzzle there in this sentence.
It's also weird that Ocelot and
Liquid just
leave.
Oh, they were actually shape memory alloy as well. They thawed out and turned into a couple of paper clips on the desk. You thought he was liquid before.
Palcode number 2 confirmed. Awaiting Palcode number 3.
Okay, there goes pal code number 2. Next comes pal number 3. Warm the key.
And Z stands for zesty. Hot.
Damn, it's still frozen.
Does the snake have a lighter? He has to, right?
How are these cigarettes getting lit? I think they're smokeless cigarettes. Like, they don't give off secondhand smoke?
They still need to be lit, right?
He's just been rotating the, when it almost burns out, he just starts lighting the next one. Have it ready in the pack. Okay, so now, keep that stopwatch going, because I still need to wait the 15 minutes for this key to thaw out before I can start getting it warm.
Does it thaw out faster in a warm environment, at least?
Yes. If you took that, if you got that frozen and then you took it to the furnace, it would thaw out in 5 minutes.
Was this the reason why the furnace had to exist?
Maybe. Like, before they only had the freezer, but now we're on the 3rd game in the series. We need to step it up. We need to freeze and warm a shape memory alloy. Gotta throw a hot spot in. Like, they could have done the steam room, but then they went all out with a steam room and a lava pit. Oh. There's actually security here. So I kind of misrepresented things by saying the blast furnace was the last regular sneak past some guards area.
Oh no! And they're actually camouflaged.
Yeah, they put on the Arctic wear to go stand in the freezer in between two not cold areas. Whoop. So this reminds me way back of the very first room in the game with the dock. I mean, Dr. Petrovich Matnar. That's what I mean. This room is also, I think this room is actually cold enough to freeze the key too. If you felt like being different, you could do it here. Other places you can take it all the way out to the snowfield, where we fought Sniper Wolf the second time. That place is cold enough. I think that's it. We also get to ride these elevators 4 times.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called FoxDie?
No. FoxDie. Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah, it's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but
What are you trying to say?
it's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, I mean, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah.
Well, apparently FoxDie kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay. I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So it's true, isn't it?
Naomi. I can't believe it.
That means the FoxDie vaccine must be around somewhere.
Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about.
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Everybody you bump into keeps dying of a heart attack, Snake.
I love that during the entire codec, the Raven still didn't shut up.
Well, they're used to cold environments, so they can't be frozen in time. Hey! Just because I don't have radar here, you think I don't see you? This entire time, key's still frozen. The key does not change temperature while I'm in codec land. The timer is paused during that.
Yeah, Snake turns his timer off.
Man, not turning that monitor back on is gonna come to bite him, I know it. There are only 2 places to warm this key up. Let me make sure before I walk in here. Still cold. Look how hot this furnace is, though. Still cold. Room temperature. Man, that's hot furnace. And you might think that was an editing trick. It's not. It's a programming trick. The game will change the behavior of the key if you're done having a frozen key. If you no longer need a frozen key, stepping in here is fast enough to thaw it out now. Before it took 5 minutes.
Oh. Well, that was sort of kind.
I found this out because I tried to freeze the key in the snowfield and then walk through the furnace. And it turned room temperature immediately. I was like, what? I didn't do that before. Getting shot in the face with steam is no hotter than standing in the furnace, and standing right next to the molten steel is no hotter than standing in the doorway, so... There's also some rumors about standing still in the cold room makes it go faster, and moving around in the hot room makes it warm up faster. They're all false. It's an even minute.
Oh, you need to have it equipped so you can press it up against your body, though.
Yep, that's another one of them. I heard it all in the school ground. If you're freezing warm the key 64 times, Professor Oak comes out and hands you Peekaboo. Oh. The key got hot while I was sitting around.
Ah, you got that red alert.
It's true, actually. Snake begins, his body heat increases because he's nervous under alert phase, so getting an alert in the furnace is the while moving around and having it equipped is the fastest way to heat up the key. You heard it here first.
The key heats up faster depending on how often you were smoking throughout the playthrough.
Yeah. Also rotating around like this. Getting that friction. I'm using the key as a pivot. So the actual real reason I think they put in the fact that we have to backtrack for these keys is to just pace out the codec calls that you hear in this video. Because we have to take these elevators again.
Yeah, just so you could have one more stealth section.
Yeah, time to digest the codec call, or the cutscene from the last video, that codec call about Naomi, and then come back down this elevator where the Ravens are they're still honking up a time.
Your pivoting causes footsteps?
Those are no, that's flapping wings, my friend. He's weighing the elevator down. Look out!
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification, but my reason for getting into genetics was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from, my age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s, a dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes, Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my past.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who is he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox, no. Naomi, tell me something.
About FoxDie? FoxDie is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. FoxDie contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi,
What?
you must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use FoxDie.
Huh? You weren't?
No. You were injected with FoxDie as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that. No, that's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake, I...
Hey, what are you doing?
Snake!
Naomi!
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that FoxDie was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
I haven't done it before, but I can walk and talk. I can walk and listen. I mean, I got time. I got staircases.
Don't you have only like 15 minutes though?
The hot key
Cools?
gets back to room temperature in 15 minutes and 10 minutes in the freezer. But we go through the freezer in like 15 seconds, so in reality, not getting what you want out of the key is extremely hard to do by accident and just really time consuming. on purpose. There are a lot of associated codec calls with doing the wrong thing. And if you want to see them all, boy do I have the video for you.
Man, they really had to throw in a load for each of these staircase levels.
Man, they're just ratcheting up the tension. Yeah, but this time when we get back there, Liquid and Ocelot are back. Breaks over.
The door's closed.
Like, what was Snake's plan before when they were in the room? The point that they decided, okay, let's leave this room now. Snake would have been caught. There's no way to hide.
Up against the wall.
Let's leave this room and not look out in the hallway.
No, they're cone of vision. They'll immediately turn right. It's their predestined pathing.
Oh, you're right. Not taking any chances. Key's still hot. Oh. I probably should eat that. Just in case this key is so hot it might start damaging me.
PAL code number 3 confirmed. PAL code entry complete. Detonation code activated.
No, why?
Ready for launch.
I deactivated it.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us, too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when we decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
First, I thought we might get the information from you, Snake, so I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. Unfortunately, Octopus didn't survive the encounter, thanks to FoxDie.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning, just to get me to input the detonation code?
Huh? You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the FoxDie vaccine. To me, their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Ah, poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Liquid, how the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Look, kind of looks like the monster from this Black Lagoon in Codec calls.
You guessed the next twist. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
They've locked this room again. And it's still bulletproof glass. So, if Liquid Snake was impersonating Master Miller, did he just know all that stuff about Alaska?
Deep throat.
Please.
No response.
Rude. Fine, I'll call the nerd.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
My breath, and I'm smoking, so my breath is really short already.
I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Oh.
That's actually pretty quick. Wait a minute, I see something in the upper left of the video. What is that? Hey!
Yeah.
Where's your trench coat?
Snake. Not everything I told you was a lie.
What's going on here? Liquid, just
You're
get,
too high up. No.
get 6 feet taller, please. Can I bank shot this grenade? Hey, get back here!